today, traders. It's a beautiful but chilly day today here in PA. Sun is shining, birds are chirping, and I hope you're out there enjoying this beautiful afternoon as much as I am. That being said, let's get into today's trade recap. So let's keep in mind that I am being a little bit more lenient with the rules as I'm trying to get a couple accounts passed to the funded phase given they renew the end of the week. My initial trade I took on one of the lower, accounts that I had. We were at a key level, and despite that bullish pressure to the upside, the bearish pressure to the downside on our VIX and VIXY at the time, we were approaching this key level. I decided to take a short, see if I could capture move to the downside because we were leveling off on this actual oscillator, and despite expansion to the upside yet on the TTM, we were leveling off at times. I did have a tighter stop knowing that we could grind to the upside. It did that, no issue there. Lost about $320. And then I swapped accounts, and that's where we caught a rhythm for the day. I again messed up by we did not have news at 10 a.m. but I was watching Flow Zone. I knew we had news. It was actually an 8:30 drop, and because I was not sure at that time and not want to break rules on the platform and lose that account, I decided to get out before that 10 a.m. window. Scalped about 10 points on this short. Waited for, that 10:01, 10:02 window because we were leveling off on this TTM, on this, on the oscillator. We were starting to have selling pressure on our Mag 7. We were having some of the buying pressure yet on this VIX and VIXY. I got back in and 3 different times scalped about 15 to 20 points, stacking wins, trying to get this, account through. And again, should have held, but very volatile, C green, take green, trying to get these accounts through. It was at this point, I was only like $500-600, away from getting this account through. Went for another short here, same thing, just did not like the price action on the Mag 7, the VIXY. Despite having that downside expansion on our TTM, we still had very volatile moves to the upside. Again, C green, take green, we're close to passing this account. In this area right here, I was about $300 away. Scalped $100 on a short, 115, and again, despite being red, I did not like the price action everywhere else. We ground up, and then again, $96 short, 4 points. We are red on this TTM, but we are moving up again. Mixed bag on everything up here. Took a quick scalp, 4 points. Passed that account. We then broke down. At this point, I was done for the day. I expended a lot of mental, kind of capital. We were up $1,900 on this account and $1,600 on the day. Went over to the gym, came back, started to look everything over, and then I saw a beautiful setup. We got a clear rejection off this key level, this 25.52. I scalped about 33 points on a short. I was then looking for a move to the downside again. Didn't really get it. That breakdown expansion moved on. We were then showing some buying pressure on this Mag 7, some selling on the VIX and VIXY. We were moving up. Went for a long, got stopped out, a little over $200 here, and I was up $440 on this account, a little over $2,000 on the day. So I was done because you see we're just in the chop. So we passed an account. We got a second account very close. Looking for that final push tomorrow. And again, I did not trade that well. Because you see, I took a few moves on this other account, but we were consistent. We stayed within our rules-based approach, and we got an account over to the funded stage. So my next approach here is, now that we have multiple funded accounts, I can get over that mental kind of barrier hurdle of being even more cautious with those accounts and now focus on those. And I'm going to stay within that strict rules base, but now that I have two, not as worried about blowing an account. And considering we made a little over $5,000 the last 2 weeks, coming into today made a little over two. That's $7,000 the last 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. We are consistent. We're staying disciplined, and those bigger moves are coming. So we're moving in the right direction. Again, second account past that funded stage. We will look for that final push on a couple accounts tomorrow, at the end of the week, and then we will focus on the funded accounts going forward and being consistent with our payouts. That being said, traders, thank you for tuning in. Stay up, stay blessed, stay positive, and as always, make it happen.